clawing our way out of our graves to bring you your weekly dose of chaos and darkness. I'm Rexy.
And I'm Lily, and this is the Morning Report.
Hey, mourners. Here we go.
Hey!
Oh,
I was waiting for it to close and reopen, and I
yep.
was not prepared. I
It's,
apologize.
that's all right. Oh, well, now that we've gotten through our first four,
I'm back!
guess who's back?
Back again.
Lily's back.
Just like
Leo says, Lily is risen.
risen. I got the riz.
Leo, I think Lily just Irish goodbye to you. Or
See
do
you
that
later,
to
bye.
you. You wouldn't do it to me.
I wouldn't. Yeah, Leo, come on now. Get your people right. Understand the hierarchy. Rexy is way up here. You can't see me because I'm frozen again. Hello.
Dang it. Yep.
Anyway, imagine with my hands. There we go. Rexy's
Yay.
way up here and Leo's kind of, nope, I'm frozen again. Somewhere in this area.
Oh, all right. Okay. Well, you started the last one, so
Yeah, I only have one more story and I don't want any more from Daryl.
yeah. So I'm gonna read two. You can read the one
I
Daryl
don't
sending
want
me
any
another.
more. This one's awful. Makes me sad.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, then I will read mine, and then you can read yours, and hopefully Daryl will send us a not sad one to end on. But this is another one that's probably gonna make us pretty happy. That isn't necessarily like a happy thing, but it's probably gonna make us happy. All right. This
We
one
sound
comes from us
fucked up.
from
Fudged up.
people.com. And the headline is and it was written by Angel Saunders, updated on April 24th, 2024. And the headline is Tourist mauled after rolling down window to take a selfie with a bear.
Oh, you freaking idiot. I love this.
Ugh. Dummies. A Scottish tourist is thankful to be alive after a close encounter with a wild bear sent her to the emergency room. Moira Gallagher, 72, had been vacationing in Romania with her friend Charmian Widowson when the woman decided to go for a drive through the Carpathian Mountains.
Damn those mountains.
During the outing, the woman came across a couple of brown bears and did their best to get a photo of the wildlife. What happened was the bear came up to the window at my friend's side, and no problem, it let us take a picture and went away. Gallagher said in a video shared by Scottish outlet STV News on X, formerly Twitter, Tuesday, April 23. But I didn't get a proper picture, so we went back and it was at my side. In the clip, the injured Gallagher was seen being rolled away in a stretcher. I'm not going to be on STV News, she said with a laugh. In addition to the brief clip shared online, both women detailed the incident to the news channel. We saw these bears, a mummy bear and a baby, and they were gorgeous, Widowson said. But they weren't gorgeous. The mummy bear was hungry and thought my friend was going to be lunch. They shared a video of their day prior to the mauling. A winding road with tall and dense trees was seen in the footage before the friends took photos of the bear. Recounting the moments before the mauling, Widowson said she parked her car to be able to get a better photo. I thought he wanted to be friends, she said.
Oh my god.
The bear came and wanted to get into the car, but he started getting into the car and bit my friend. The women think that their conversation about food may have triggered the attack.
Yes, because the bear understood.
My
Well,
friend
they're
said, let's get... Right, right. My friend said, let's get something to eat, Widowson told the news station. No, you're not allowed to give food. Absolutely nothing, nothing, nothing. And I think he heard it and decided he had to eat my friend instead.
Yes, the bear went, oh, it's lunchtime. You said lunch? Where are we going?
Nom, 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 nom. Widdowson credits Gallagher's survival to a particular piece of clothing. She was wearing a thick Marks and Spencer jacket, and the poor bear got more jacket than arm. The survivor realizes the outcome could have been much worse. I'm a very lucky woman, Gallagher said. I was wearing a padded jacket and a top and another top, and that's what saved my arm. I've been very, very lucky. The shock has set in today, but everything's okay now.
What
Katrina-
shock? You were an idiot. You
Right.
reaped the consequences of your actions. There's
Yeah.
no shock there.
Bears don't want to be friends.
Oh, I thought he wanted to be a friend.
Oi. Yeah, Kevin says, 72, let's chase a bear. Kevin.
Let's get some picnic
Hey,
baskets.
Some picnic baskets. Oh, Leo says red wine is good for bear chasing. Leo, I wish you could tell that story. Okay. Criteia de Argus Municipal Hospital Manager Andrea Georginescu told the outlet a foreign patient was being treated on her right hand after being bitten by a bear. STV News notes that the largest population of European brown bears can be found in Romania. The animals, who tend to hibernate in the winter and emerge in March and April, can reach speeds of 30 miles an hour and stand 7 feet tall.
Oh my god.
I thought he wanted to be friends. I'm just gonna roll down my window. I just want some scratchies. I just want some snackies and some Wait. I'm a snacky. He didn't want to be friends.
This is why there are all those white women jokes about stray dogs and what would a white woman do?
Oh, and oh my gosh, Tourons. Have you seen the Tourons like Instagram
No.
or Facebook page? I think it's more of an active Instagram page. Kevin, not all bears are friends unless you're in a club. What was I just saying? I lost my train of thought because I was laughing at Kevin.
Turons?
Hmm?
Did you say
Oh,
something?
Tourons. Yeah, the
Yeah.
Tourons. Go to Instagram and look up Tourons, like tourist and moron had a baby. Touron.
Oh.
Yeah, it is a fun Facebook page. Alright, so what you got for me?
Oh, fudge, it's my turn. Okay. Yay.
I can't say that on the mic.
It's our favorite type of story.
No! Oh! What happened again?
This is from February 13th. And this was published on New York Post.
Oh my god.
Severely burned Indian woman wakes up in hearse moments before she was to be cremated.
What is this? Why does this keep happening? Why is this? Why? Why is this a thing?
Mm-hmm.
Like, is
A
it
sub-
really that hard to detect? Like, I mean, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a nurse. I have no idea. But is it really that hard to tell somebody's alive?
You would think not, but what the hell do we know? We're not doctors or nurses or paramedics, apparently.
That's true. Maybe it is really freaking hard to tell if somebody's alive.
A severely burned Indian woman who was thought to be dead reportedly woke up in a hearse moments before she was going to be cremated. Buji Ama, 52, of Burhampur, suffered burns over half her body in a February 1st house fire and was treated at MKCG Medical College and Hospital. She took a turn for the worse after being released, but her hard up family could not afford to take her to another hospital.
Okay.
On Monday, Amma did not open her eyes and did not show signs of breathing. We thought she was dead and informed others in the locality to arrange a hearse van to carry the body to the cremation ground, her husband, Sabaram Paulo 54, told the paper. One.
Kevin, just imagine waking up during the cremation.
Oh my God. Surprise! Ooh. I saw the top, like it came up and it just says Indian woman wakes up, and I was like, I hate Daryl. I hate him. I know where this is going. So one woman, Kay Chiranjibi, 50, who accompanied the woman in the hearse, said they had almost completed assembling the funeral pyre when they made the shocking discovery. Just then, Bougie opened her eyes and responded to our calls, she told the outlet, adding that locals had chipped in for the cost of cremation. Initially, we were scared as we had never seen such an incident, though we had heard some stories. You must listen to the podcast.
Yep. You must know this happens a lot.
The hearse driver said he was called to take the much alive woman back to her home in the same vehicle.
She had to ride back in the hearse. Did they put her back in the back too? Did they let her ride up front?
Well, it's India. The hearse is probably like a van.
Oh,
like
okay.
a regular vehicle.
Okay. So we're not thinking like
I'm not
American
thinking
hearse.
American style hearse.
Oh my gosh. I had a really fun idea. We should do an episode on funeral customs.
As long as we make sure that one of those is checking that people are dead.
It'd be super great. Kevin says just lay down and enjoy the ride. Riding home in a hearse. Oh.
So, a source at the cremation center told the outlet that local residents do not need to have a death certificate to perform the last rites of a relative, but that it is required for outsiders. Incidents of people found breathing after being declared dead are rare, but not unheard of. That seems to be all we hear of, though.
Leo says, fight fire with fire. Oh my god, Leo.
In February of 2023, an 82-year-old woman also seemingly rose from the dead on Long Island after she was pronounced dead at the Water's Edge Rehab and Nursing Center in Port Jefferson.
Wait. Daryl said it has to be a custom versus a special chair to make sure the Pope is male for a reason.
Huh?
I don't know what you're talking about. Give us more information.
I think he's responding that it has to be like me saying must make the custom checking to make sure people are dead is not a custom.
I got it. What is
I need to know more about this chair.
Yeah, I also am very curious. Checking that they are dead for. Yeah, but we want to know about the chair, Daryl.
Daryl, the chair. We've moved on.
Yeah, we currently don't care about the dead person. We want to know about the chair.
All right, I'll do some googling because we'll just have to come back from the dead people.
Oh, Daryl says that's a future episode.
Oh. Yeah, that's a future episode. Okay, no, we're not reading about the Pope chair. We're reading about the dead people.
Okay, and we're not singing George Strait. We're listening to stuff about not dead people.
Not dead people. So after this lady in Port Jefferson was transported to the O.B. Davis Funeral Home in Miller Place, the woman was found to be breathing. Funeral home workers made the shocking discovery, and the unidentified octogenarian was then brought to an area hospital. Suffolk County Police said. It was unclear if the woman was declared dead by mistake or if she experienced a medical episode that could have contributed to her apparent resurrection. So the case was referred to the state attorney general's office for an investigation. Its status was not immediately available. The previous week, so now we're just like a week earlier.
Kevin says, say that profession again.
What? Which one?
I don't know. He just says, say that profession. What are you talking about, Kevin?
You guys are just saying
Kevin.
things and we have no idea what's going
Yeah,
on.
we don't.
Octogenarian?
Oh, octogenarian.
I don't know.
Well, octogenarian means she's like 80.
Yeah.
Yeah.
10 or 80s. Unidentified octogenarian.
Just means she's in her 80s.
I was like, what thing did I say?
Right?
So, the previous week, an Iowa nursing home was fined $10,000 for similarly pronouncing a hospice patient dead and shipping her to a nursing home when she was actually alive. A funeral home employee unzipped the body bag the 66-year-old woman was inside and found her gasping for air. I am no longer working at a funeral home if that happens.
Well, if we were working at funeral homes, we could stop it from happening. We could make sure. We could,
No,
we could be
because
like the official make sure they're not dead people.
The staffer called 911 and the woman was transported to a nearby hospital where she was confirmed to be breathing but unresponsive. She was returned to hospice and died 2 days later, surrounded by family members.
That is the name. Oh, where does this happen so much?
That was 3 different instances in one article.
One story, and we've already done
Daryl.
so many.
Leo, no.
Oh, no. Not even putting that up.
Mm-mm.
I don't want to think about it. Oh, okay. All right. Well, this is the last one that I have. Are we on? Is this really number 3?
Yes.
Bear.
Dead people.
Dead people. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, we've got one more, and more people doing insane stuff with livestock. Okay.
Okay, you have to clarify that immediately. Immediately.
Okay. She didn't sleep with any of them.
Okay.
She did not have sex with any of her livestock.
That needs to be clarified.
Yes, you are
Immediately.
correct. No, it's not Kansas, it's Montana. So this comes to us from the Washington Post, and it was written by Justine McDaniel and updated on March 14th of this year. And the headline is Montana rancher illegally created giant hybrid sheep to sell for thousands. A Montana rancher created giant hybrid sheep and sold them for hunting, creating the lambs by using illegally imported genetic material from the world's largest sheep species, federal prosecutors say. The money-making scheme sought to create a hybrid species of sheep that could be sold at a high price to hunting preserves in the United States and would mimic the world's biggest breed, the Marco Polo argali sheep, a threatened species that lives in Central Asia and is prized by trophy hunters. Snag us a picture.
And what were they called?
Marco Polo Argali sheep.
Oh.
Arthur Jack Schubarth, of 80 years old, created more than 150 cloned embryos of this species and successfully bred a male Marco Polo argali, selling one of its offspring for $10,000, according to the criminal complaint filed against him by federal prosecutors. He used the sheep's semen to breed it with other species, creating hybrid sheep and selling them to people in Texas and Minnesota. Ah, yes, Kevin. You killed my sheep, my favorite sheep. So, I'm gonna segue into, well, not even segue, I'm just gonna tell you. This has nothing to do with anything, but if you guys have not been listening to Epic the Musical, go listen to it right now. Go look up Epic the Musical, and it's amazing. And then you'll get that joke. Shoe bars. Oh, there's a picture. Wow, look at those horns.
I want them.
I know.
Do you know how hard it was to find a picture of an actual alive one and
Oh,
not
really?
just people posing with dead ones?
Oh, ones they have hunted. Shoebarth pled guilty to the 2 felony wildlife counts against him this week in federal court. He faces up to 10 years in prison and fines of up to $500,000.
Wait, hold on. I thought he was like cloning these sheep and making more sheep to like rebuild the population.
Yeah.
I must have misheard.
Me too, except that he was apparently cloning these sheep to sell them to hunting reservations in Montana and Texas.
That's
Or Minnesota and Texas. So people could just hunt them.
That's so gross.
Shoebarth sold and bred mountain sheep, mountain goats, and similar breeds at his 215-acre ranch in Vaughn, Montana. He began his effort to clone the Marco Polo Argali in 2013, working with at least 5 other people, all unnamed in court documents over the course of 8 years, prosecutors said. No one else has been charged in connection with the case, the Justice Department said on Thursday. This was an audacious scheme to create massive hybrid sheep species to be sold and hunted as trophies.
This guy is an asshole.
Yeah. Shoebarth's attorney, Jason Holden, did not respond to a request for comment Thursday from the Washington Post. Marco Polo Argali sheep have distinctive spiraling horns and can weigh more than 300 pounds. They are big prizes for trophy hunters who travel to Kazakhstan, Tajikistan, and Mongolia to hunt them.
Gross.
Yeah. The breed is protected by an international convention and under the U.S. Endangered Species Act, which lists the species as threatened. They are on Montana's list of prohibited exotic wildlife. Sheep with larger horns and bodies are worth more to hunters, including at private shooting preserves where hunters pay to pursue captive game. That means that they can be sold to such facilities at higher prices. To carry out his scheme, Shoebarth obtained tissue from a Marco Polo Argali that had been hunted in Kazakhstan from someone who smuggled it into the United States, according to the complaint. He then took the sheep tissue to a lab, which used it to create 165 cloned embryos. Shoebarth had embryos implanted in some of the ewes on his ranch, which resulted in the birth of a purebred male Marco Polo Argali, which Shoebarth named Montana Mountain King. He's got to have a picture. He then used Montana Mountain King sperm to impregnate other species of ewe, bringing species that are prohibited in Montana across state lines to do so. That also included buying and selling parts of Rocky Mountain bighorn sheep in violation of state laws, according to prosecutors. He also sold Montana Mountain King semen. The scheme broke state and federal laws relating to animal import and export, game animals, and animal protection. By introducing new genetic material into sheep, it also potentially threatened the health of native sheep populations, prosecutors and state wildlife officials said. The kind of crime we uncovered here could threaten the integrity of our wildlife species in Montana, said Ron Howell, Chief of Enforcement for Montana Fish, Wildlife and Parks. In court documents, prosecutors described an elaborate effort among Shoebarth and others to breed and transport the sheep. Someone he worked with falsely declared Montana Mountain King's offspring as a different species to obtain veterinary certificates that would permit them to move the sheep across state lines, the complaint alleges.
That's
another accomplice.
Actual Mountain King.
Montana Mountain King, right there. Another accomplice was the person who allegedly brought the hunted Marco Polo Argali tissue to the United States. Shoebarth sold dozens of straws of Montana Mountain King semen to people in Texas and Minnesota, and they illegally moved ewes from both states to Shoebarth's ranch to be artificially inseminated, the complaint alleges. They then transported Montana Mountain King's offspring to Texas and Minnesota. In addition to the $10,000 sheep, Shoebarth sold 11 sheep with 1/4 of Montana Mountain King's genetics for $13,200 total to 2 people in Texas. Shoebarth is set to be sentenced July 11th in Montana. That's one we need to remember updates on.
So he faces, this is from justice.gov. It's like almost the same thing you just read. He faces, for each felony count, faces a maximum penalty of 5 years in prison per count.
Ooh, okay.
And a fine of up to $250,000 and 3 years of supervised release.
Oh, yeah. I hope they straight up throw everything they can at him. People are
Jesus.
insane. Insane. Like,
Gross.
boy. But also, I really want to hug one of those giant sheep.
I'll stab you with its horn.
Not if I make friends with it.
Then it'll eat you.
I just thought it wanted to be friends.
Well, just don't talk about food beforehand. I think
Oh,
you'll be fine.
Okay. Yeah, Daryl says, just crazy how fast mad science can get and its wide range of its ripples. Man,
It's just-
Daryl, have you heard about the tiny brains powering computers? Because, yeah, I'm going to send a link. Lily does not have to read it.
I'm not gonna. You can't make me.
We have to take a selfie when it comes up to your window. Yeah, totally. That's how you make friends, right? You just roll down your window and you grab a little ear or whatever and pull it over to make a selfie. And
Is that not how we met?
Ooh. oh,
Kind of.
kind of. You were crying on the ground. I was in my car. I was driving around looking for you, and you were crying on the ground.
And here we are.
And here we are.
Many years later. 5 years? 5 years? No.
Ooh.
4.
Has it been 5?
Nuh-uh.
I know it's been a while. Actually, nobody grabbed anybody's ear. Nova hopped out of the car and ran over and made friends with Lily immediately. So
Immediately.
no, she hugged and cried on Nova just a little bit, and then I gave her a hug. We talked for a while, and yeah, now we're best.
Mando armor is emotional.
It is. Ugh.
But other than that, I don't know anything.
Ah, all right. Well,
And I'm tired.
give me some good news. Give me something happy that happened. Did you get to hug a giant bighorn Montana Mountain King sheep?
I did not. And I don't have anything. And you know what we didn't say last time? It's Pride Month.
It is Pride Month. Did we? Oh, we didn't talk about it, did we? Yeah. Happy Pride, everybody.
Happy Pride, everybody.
Yeah.
That's the good thing.
I did. That is a good thing. Oh, speaking of Pride, so Tulsa, maybe all of Oklahoma, but I know for sure Tulsa moved the Pride celebration to October so that it won't be so
That's
freaking hot.
fantastic.
Well, I think we're probably ready to wrap this up. Yeah,
I
we've
am
been live.
so ready.
We've been on here for over an hour. We got 3 episodes recorded for you guys, and I swear one day we're gonna get that Patreon up and going. I swear we are. We will. This show has got to start making some money somehow. It has to.
No.
You're not allowed to refuse. We need the show to at least pay for itself.
Yeah, probably. That would be nice.
That would be nice.
Ooh, I'm freezing.
All right. Well, all the signs are pointing to time to wrap up. I'm really hungry. I want some dinner.
Bye.
This has been the Morning Report.
The morning report.
I love you.
I love you.